over section 4.5, Introduction to Parallel Lines. After studying this section, you'll be able to recognize transversals, identify the pairs of angles formed by a transversal, and recognize parallel lines. So let's first look at transversals. So in my figure to the right, line T is a transversal of lines A and B. So a transversal is a line that intersects two lines in two distinct points. So notice how line T cuts both lines A and B. Now, when a transversal cuts two lines, it creates an interior region and an exterior region. The interior region is the inside. So when I have this line cut, lines D and E, then I have the interior region, which would be on the inside of the two lines, where the exterior region is on the outside of the two lines. So in my second diagram, if I have line H as my transversal cutting lines F and G, the interior region would be on the inside of the two lines, while the exterior region is on the outside of the two lines. Now, when I have a transversal cut two lines, it creates different types of angle pairs. So in my diagram to the right, I have lines AB and CD cut by transversal EF, and three different angle pairs are created. So the first being alternate interior angles. So the two pairs of alternate interior angles are angle 3 and angle 6 together, and angle 4 and angle 5 together. Then we have alternate exterior angles. So the two pairs of alternate exterior angles are angles 1 and 8 together, and then angles 2 and 7 together. And then lastly, we have corresponding angles, and there are actually four pairs of corresponding angles. So angles 1 and 5, then angles 2 and 6, angles 3 and 7, and angles 4 and 8 are all pairs of corresponding angles. Now, defining these types of angles, we'll first look at alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles are angles that both lie on the interior of the figure, they lie on alternate sides of the transversal, and they have different vertices. So when we look at a figure, we look for an N or a Z shape. Now, alternate exterior angles lie on the exterior of the figure. They lie on alternate sides of the transversal, and again, they have different vertices. So essentially, they're the same as alternate interior angles. However, they lie on the outside of the figure rather than the inside. And then corresponding angles are angles that lie on the interior of the figure and the exterior angle of the figure. So one will lie on the inside, one will lie on the outside. The angles must lie on the same side of the transversal, but they have different vertices. Essentially, they're angles that are in matching corners. Now, moving forward, it's going to be very important for you to be able to identify these types of angle pairs in triangles for both algebra problems and proof problems. These 5 diagrams give you different types of triangles with two lines cut by a transversal where these types of angle pairs could be created. You should look at these and be very familiar with how these types of diagrams could happen in some of our sample problems and our homework problems. Lastly, we'll look at parallel lines. So I have 3 diagrams of different parallel lines. We have AB parallel to CD, EF parallel to GH, and line A parallel to line B. Now this symbol here, two vertical lines, is how I describe parallel lines. That's the symbol for parallel lines. In a diagram, if I have two arrows somewhere on my lines, that would also show parallel lines. So my definition of parallel lines are two lines that do not intersect. So they're lines that will never touch. Now looking at our sample problem, we have part A, which of the lines in the figure at the right is the transversal? So I have two lines HG and FE that are cut by the transversal AD, because AD cuts HG and FE at points B and C. So line AD is my transversal. Name all pairs of alternate interior angles. Again, alternate interior angles are angles that are on the inside of my two lines, and they're on opposite sides of the transversal, and they have different vertices. So, angle GBC and FCB, and angles HBC and ECB are my two alternate interior angle pairs. Then name all pairs of alternate exterior angles. So these are the same type of angles as alternate interior angles. However, they're on the outside of my two lines. So those pairs would be angle ABG and angle DCF, and then angle ABH and angle DCE. Name all pairs of corresponding angles. Remember, these are types of angles that are in matching corners. There's 4 pairs of these angles. So angle ABG and angle BCE, angle GBC and angle ECD, angle ABH and angle BCF, and then angle HBC and angle FCD are my corresponding angles. Name all pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. So same side of the transversal would mean like over here or over here. So interior would be on the inside, so that would be this angle here and this angle here. Then on the opposite side, it would be this angle here with this angle here. So those two angles are angle GBC and angle ECB, and then angle HBC and angle FCB. Then we have name all pairs of exterior angles on the same side of the transversal. So again, the same thing as the interior, however, now on the outside. So we would have this angle here with this angle, and this angle here with this angle. So angle ABG and angle DCE, and then angle ABH and angle DCF. In today's lesson, we learned a transversal is a line that intersects two lines at two distinct points. Alternate interior angles lie in the interior of the figure, lie on alternate sides of the transversal, and have different vertices. Alternate exterior angles lie on the exterior of the figure, lie on alternate sides of the transversal, and have different vertices. Corresponding angles are angles that are in matching corners, and parallel lines are lines that do not intersect. That's a wrap on today's video. We'll see you in the next one.